Gotta have my coffee. Welcome back to Citispell. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, let's see. With everything that's going on in the world right now, I wouldn't solely rely on the ability to use a cell phone, the internet, things like that. We've covered this before, but what does your preparedness / prepper, whatever you want to call it, what does your library look like? For the cost of a couple of Starbucks drinks, you can get a backup to your internet, your prepper how-tos, things like that. These are a few examples. You have magazines. You can find these at Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, Target, things like that. Here's a few examples. American Survival. Survivor's Edge. Prepper. And Off Grid by Recoil. There is a lot of good information in these books. Of course, it's chock full of advertisements, expensive toys, high-end knives and stuff like that, but there's also a lot of product reviews for flashlights, knives, and how-tos. It's always nice to have these. I don't recommend a subscription unless you want to afford a subscription. I pick them up every once in a while. I try to look for the equivalent of clickbait on the front cover. For example, this magazine Prepper, Are You Ready? ? Survival Guide, and it talks about disaster planning, self-reliance skills, how to protect yourself, emergency priorities, which is definitely something you want to do is prioritize. How to handle common emergencies, things like that. But it's always good to have these types of magazines that are full of information in your library, in your preparedness library. Excuse me. You have How to Survive Off the Grid by The Outdoor Life. This is unbelievably chock full of how-tos and what to do and how to use solar and plants and certain types of plants you can and can't eat, how to do something like if your public sewer system, if you're on the public sewer system, how to dig a latrine and where to put it, and how to start fires, best ways to store firewood, how to travel, how to snare for wild game. Coffee. But it's just a real quick video, just to give you a heads up. We're all about preparedness. We're all here to learn. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, please. Share the video. I think that the pendulum of considering people that are self-reliant or wanting to be self-reliant or have the knowledge to be self-reliant preppers, I think the pendulum has started swinging the other way from those are crazy survivalists to, hey, they might be onto something. There's still time to get in on the ground floor, on the knowledge. But the magazines and the books, they'll be invaluable. They don't require batteries. And you can go going back to them for information. You can rip out pages and share them with friends. They're just invaluable information to have. And it's always good to maybe take it out into a park or your backyard or whatever and practice what you're reading. Put it to real use. Just practice. practice with it. But with everything that's going on, I think it would be wise to have paper copies, magazines, books, things of that nature. And then, of course, you know, this is how my mind works. Yes, it's a book on how to, but it's also paper. This burns. This is good fire starter. You can use this to start a fire if need be. So, check your used bookstores. You should be able to find old magazines, old books, out of print, things like that. But I recommend it. That's just a little, what, it would be a recommendation, just in case the internet goes down, SHTF situation, and it doesn't cost anything to store these, and it is actually a good read. Some of them, they write stories, they have good writers. They'll do a real life scenario. They'll actually even take actual stories of survival and put them in these magazines, and then have survival experts, somebody like a Southern Prepper 1 or somebody like that. They would have them grade the scenario and what they would do. So it kind of gives you a real life feel to it. But yeah, I recommend it. I haven't posted in a while. I appreciate you standing by and your patience. Life's busy. I'm sure you're busy. But thanks for sitting a spell. And be sure to get out there, and if you see a book or a magazine like this, don't be afraid to grab it. They are not cheap, brand new. For example, we'll look at this Prepper. It is $12. The Off-Grid, I believe that's $9. So you're going to be looking right around $10 average for one of these magazines. But again, it's really chock full of information. Of course, you've got your advertisements and stuff like that. But the people that are editing and writing and doing these magazines, they know what they're talking about. And some of these guys are real life experts. So, by all means, pick these up just in case. It wouldn't hurt. Peruse through it for fun. Take it out, like I said, take it out into the outside and practice it. Practice some of the things that they're talking about in there. It would be good to have that ready and standing by. And then if the electric goes out, the grid goes down, things like that, you not only have a how-to, but you also have some reading material. And again, it's paper. You can start fires with it. So don't be afraid of what your neighbors or somebody seeing your purchases thinks. We're not here to impress the Joneses. You're here to worry about you and yours, taking care of yourself and your family in a grid down situation. This isn't a popularity contest. This is about survival and being prepared. And it doesn't have to be the end of the world or apocalyptic. It just has to be, it could be a natural disaster. They touched that subject in here too. What happens if your car breaks down in the winter? What happens if you get snowed in or you're stuck in the desert? It covers all the bases. So it's better to be prepared. Just think about the fact that the U.S. federal government is the biggest prepper on the planet. Look it up if you don't believe me. They have facilities to escape to, bunkers and that kind of thing. And that might be another reason why you see some of the ultra rich having, quote, safe rooms or bunkers being built, like that Meta fella in Hawaii that's building a very large facility with a very large bunker, and it's going to be self-sustaining. So there's something to it. Don't worry about what others think, and just make sure you're prepared for yourself and your family, and just looking ahead. So I hope this helps, and we're all here to learn. So if you have any comments or questions, be sure to put them in there. Again, thumbs up or thumbs down matters not. I hope this helps. I wasn't going to go into every single video, or every single magazine topic, but pick one up while you're at the Walmart or the Target or the what have you, and take a look at it and see if it doesn't catch your eye. If you know everything that's already in the magazine, don't worry about it. But maybe you could gift it to a friend or a family member that doesn't believe in self-preparedness, and if something were to happen, you can say, well, here's you a how-to. So thanks for sitting a spell. Like and subscribe. Feel free to share the video, and thanks again, and God bless.